CLNN, the Covenant Life News Network. I'm your anchor, Mr. Jim Nasium, along with my co-anchor,
Mr. Jay Walking. Thanks for having me here again.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Always a joy. Well, we're going to get started right away with some late-breaking news. There are 2 new installations guarding the elevator and stairwell. That's correct. We have 2 new vending machines as Covenant Life School has decided to go with a brand new vendor.
Whoa.
I know, it's very exciting. The new drink one is one of those fancy ones where there's lots of rolls with, the woo 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 thing. It's very, very cool. And I have been on good authority from one Mrs. Wegg that there will indeed be milk, including chocolate milk, in the vending machine. So keep your eye out for that.
2021 already beating 2020.
Indeed, it's true. More on that and in-person learning, I believe we're going to you, Jay.
That's right. We do have an in-person learning special, this part of our broadcast. We are excited here at Covenant Life News Network and Covenant Life School to welcome you back to in-person instruction. We have been preparing for this. We are excited. I think we're going to hear a little bit later about J-Term, the slew of classes that we have coming up.
Indeed.
We just want to remind you of a couple important things as we're coming back from a long time of not being together for in-person instruction. I think a full month.
I don't know. I mean, it feels like 10 years to me.
It does. I feel like I have aged in the process. The hair has grown. Something.
Your hair's grown. I've lost more hair. You know.
Yeah, you know what? We are in equilibrium here and balancing things out. Just some reminders when you are at school to wear your mask, please. To maintain 6-foot distancing when we're in the hallways, when we're in classes. We are limiting capacities in the bathroom. We do have an inside person who has been keeping their ear to the ground about some funny, maybe rejected ideas to help maintain social distancing.
It's true. There were many ideas put forward.
Submitted to the administration,
Yeah.
a cornucopia, a miasma of different.
That is my favorite word.
It is a great word.
Cornucopia.
Quite a plethora of options.
Plethora.
But we decided to go with the standard ones. Some of the ideas that I heard through the grapevine that were rejected.
Yeah.
Shock collars are out.
That's right. Yes.
Use shock collars, but maybe a little bit too Pavlovian
perhaps.
in some of its approaches. Another idea that was rejected by the administration, probably for good purpose.
I mean, I think they were all rejected for good purposes.
Yes, I think so. But one that we heard through the grapevine, not just electric collars, but the idea of ejector pads. Like as you're walking down the hallway, certain floor tiles, if you were in too close proximity, a lot of health violations there. A lot of safety
I would imagine
issues.
so. And I think we'd probably be, fixing the ceiling fairly often.
We would.
Big problem.
We appreciate people's collective creativity in providing these options, but we're going to stick with the standard things that we're used to. Wear your mask, maintain social distancing. Please use the hand sanitizer stations.
Here it is.
And practical application. You want to, sing happy birthday, shake it until it dries.
Oh, that
whatever
smells
you need to do.
so
It is
bad.
potent, but it is the smell of cleanliness, and we're happy for it. I do believe we have to go back and talk about some things about J-Term, so I'm kicking that over to you.
We do. One other note, however, on returning to school, I believe snow policies may come into effect in the near future.
They might. We've heard.
We have heard. Perhaps even next week, but we'll have to keep our eye on the news about that one. But just a reminder to be checking your email /phones perhaps for a notice from Mr. Leach, the big guy in charge.
The head honcho.
The head honcho, as it were, yes. Because, of course, MCPS, we're not following them this year. So keep an eye out for emails for snow policies.
Good reminder.
Now, of course, the first thing we're going to hit when we come back for in-person learning is the highly anticipated January term.
Ooh, exciting.
And it is my understanding that we have 38 classes total running.
Wow.
Over 4 days.
I think that's a record for us.
I think it is. I think usually on average it's somewhere around like 26 or 27.
Yeah.
So it's quite a large increase.
It is. We have stepped up our game.
Indeed. I'll tell you, one of the ones I'm excited for is the Lord of the Rings class with Mr. Mark Antonio. It is an all-day, 2-day class, so I think they're going to be watching almost the entire thing. That would be very cool. But also analyzing it for literary substance.
That is an excellent, excellent course. I thought looking through a couple of classes that caught my eye. Mr. Bronson's Wild Wild West.
Oh man.
I think that's going to be a crazy class because the Wild West, there were no laws at some point.
It's true.
And if there were laws, they were like, it's the Wild West, so no.
No, yeah, that's
they
right.
just moved on.
I mean,
There's
will they
also-
have an actual tumbleweed though? Because that's what I really want to see.
Dude,
Tumbleweeds.
that is a question above our pay grade.
Pay grade.
I hope we find out. I also heard there's a nursing class, 2 separate cooking classes.
Yes, that's right,
Adulting
cooking classes.
101, which I probably should have taken at
That's-
some point in my
I
life.
mean, you know, there's some good information there to be sure.
Yes.
So laundry, how to do laundry,
Dude,
perhaps how to
I
change
don't
a car
even know
tire.
now when to add fabric software. I don't even buy it.
It's
What
good
is-
information
I
to
don't
know.
know.
You know,
It is good information. In local sports news, we still have teams competing here at Covenant Life, including our middle
right.
school and high school basketball teams, both the middle school boys and girls and the high school varsity boys and girls. And I think there's the JV boys team as well.
I believe
If
that's
you have
accurate,
the
yes.
opportunity, please go and see their games, cheer them on, and support them. We're excited for them as they continue to compete this season.
we are.
I think we're now going to transition to looking at some upcoming events and important things on our calendar.
It's true.
I'll kick it over to you.
February is right around the corner, and with February comes Valentine's Day. For those of us that participate, some do, some don't, to each his own. But I do believe that the guys are still going to be trying to bless the girls in some way on February 12th here at CLS.
Good.
So keep an ear out for that one, fellas. In addition, of course, we do have a day off in February, President's Day. That's a Monday. 3-day weekends are the best.
They are.
And also in and around that President's Day time is, of course, another Spirit Week to cheer on our winter sports that
Excellent.
are indeed happening,
Excellent.
which we just spoke about a moment ago.
True.
Also, very, very important, particularly for some in CLS, St. Patrick's Day is a mere 61 days away. And actually, if you only count school days, it's even less.
Ooh.
So that high holy day, as
It
some
is.
may call it, is
Bless
right
the Lord.
around
Yes.
the corner. So our final segment today is actually a redo of our last segment because Jay really wanted to do this again. And so, once again, I have no idea what's coming, but we figured we'd give it a shot anyways. So Jay, over to you.
Thank you. In this new season of life that we're in, as we've passed, the regular, typical holiday season of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we did our little segment on some 2020 vision.
That's right.
Now we're headed into 2021, and I for one, am excited for Valentine's Day.
Oh boy.
I've heard the guys at Covenant Life School take time to bless the ladies at Covenant Life School. It's something
That's right.
in my household growing up that we did. It's something that in college had some great times with friends, having like a friend's Valentine's, a friend in times. And so we're bringing you friend in times gifts for your
Friend in
upcoming
times, there you go.
Valentine's Day or friend in times. Now there are the typical gifts given at Valentine's or Friend in Times Day.
That's right,
You
it's
could
true.
go with a box of chocolates, but you know what? Much like this box, sometimes it's empty inside.
Oh.
And so why would we go with those typical things
I don't know.
today?
It is
First,
an
and I
enthusiastic.
feel like these things are going to make a comeback at some point. Maybe get your friend a nice cape so they'd be incapable of having a bad Friend in Times Day.
Wow.
Look, red to match you.
That is
insanitized.
truly amazing.
Look,
Do you associate the color red with me often?
sometimes,
Oh,
but
okay.
it matches Friend in Times Day.
It does. Wow.
I want you to be fashionable.
Okay. all
And
right. I'll put this on
incapable
now.
of having a bad Friend in Times Day.
Incapable. There you go. I'll put this on.
I know this isn't Friend in Times, but I feel like it's necessary that we get in the spirit of
You well, okay, that's fair.
It is. Maybe you're looking for that special thing to do with your friends to get through this season. Maybe you could use a streaming service to have a watch party for a movie, and you could just
true.
pop some popcorn and enjoy the buttery goodness of it and your friendship.
Top secret. This is, in my opinion,
Movie theater butter, the best.
that is the best.
I mean,
Orville
Redenbacher tries to do his thing.
Yeah, but it's
But-
not. It's not as good.
It isn't. You could potentially get your friend a plant. Something that lets them know that you have helped them grow. And you look forward to continuing to grow together.
Wow.
In keeping with our tradition, you could get a deck of cards.
Oh, cards. Do we have
You know
another trick
what?
today?
The magic is not in the cards. The magic is in friendship. But the best gift that you can give this Friendentine's or Valentine's Day season is to share a bit of your heart.
Oh.
Maybe through crafting or some other gift or skill set.
Crafting.
Or you could lend a hand. Or how about two?
Two hands is always better than one.
2 hands from your heart to theirs. Just maintain social distancing, please.
That's right.
Back to you, Jim.
Wow. Those are some great ideas for Valentine's Day for all of us. So anyways, I do believe that brings us to the end of our broadcast today. So to all of our friends out there, have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed this broadcast of CLNN. Lots of news, some of it useful.
Indeed.
Have a great one.
See ya. Never know what to do with my hands.
I know, neither. It's like, well, it's nice because I usually
Welcome back
like
to Cover Lights.
Hello, and welcome to LNN. As always, I'm. That's right.
Ejector lockers.
Oh, ejector lockers.
You're at the locker, and you're not maintaining social distancing, and you get ejected. And I meant to say floor panels instead of lockers. So we're just gonna do that bit again. The only sport competing right now is basketball, but if you have the opportunity, please go on and cheer them out. Gosh, words.
Out, on, in, whatever. And along with that will come, right around that same time, our week that is sports related, which I can't remember the name of.
You got the spirit of it, bro.
Spirit week.
I'm excited for the celebration of all. No, I gotta keep it together.
Because I don't think you intended to say it, but to be clear, this has always been a pet peeve of mine, Jay. It is Valentine's with an N.
Yes.
People say Valentine's Day.
No, Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is an N.
And then Friendentine's.
Friendentimes.
Friendentine's.
Friendentimes or Friendentimes?
Friendentine's.
Tines.
Valentine's, Friendentine's.
Tines.
Rhyme scheme.
Okay, got it.
But no matter what you do for Friendentine's or Valentine's Day, the number one thing you can do for your fellow man is give them a hand with anything that they need. And sometimes give them 2. Back to you, Jim.
Wow. Thank you.